What's going on, y'all? Serious Bookworm is here, and I know it's been a while since I made videos, but on the other side of the fence, I do make a lot of videos on this side of town, reading books and things like that. So this is the Sweet Valley Twins book that was written by Jamie Suzanne, but it was created by Francine Pascal, as you can see right here. All right, and I know it looks a little feminine with the pink cover, but this was a book that I remember I used to read when I was young. I got some more of their books that I read a lot back in the day. This was like in the early 90s, mid 90s and stuff like that, and I used to read these books. This was a book that I just read recently. Again, this was a book I used to read, and if y'all don't know who Sweet Valley Twins are, Elizabeth Wakefield and Jessica Wakefield. All right, so they're twins. Now, one of them is a friendly type, and then one of them, the other one, is like a darker person. So even though you see that they're dressed alike, if you understand their characters actually are a little different. Okay, so as I flip this book around, you'll see on this part here that they're talking about the differences. So as you can see, it shows that they felt special because they're identical twins, and they've been dressing alike for the longest, for the past 12 years. They shared a room, done all that stuff together, until a change came upon each other, specifically Jessica Wakefield. If y'all listen to music, I talked about this on a song of mine. When things started changing upon each other, Jessica wanted to join this club called the Unicorn Club, which consists of certain females that's in that group. And once you join that group, you get like good privileges, such as going out to eat, doing special things that the normal students couldn't do at their school. All right, so again, they go to Sweet Valley Middle School. Elizabeth, on the other hand, she's more of the friendly type. She has morals and standards, the whole 9 yards. Jessica, however, she wants to do whatever's necessary, whether it's good or bad, to meet her criteria of certain aspects of things. Once she was introduced to the Unicorn Club, and I'm talking about Jessica, well, she was introduced to it with Lila Fowler, Ellen, Janet, and I think there was a few others that was in this club. She was so excited to tell Elizabeth about the club, and Lizzie, I'm calling her Lizzie now, she was not interested really in the Unicorn Club because she felt like it's just a lot of gossip and talking about boys, and a lot of 12-year-old girls aren't really interested in boys like that unless they're trying to like get more mature. I'm saying that in quotes. And there's a girl on there named Caroline Pierce. I'm going to give y'all a little hint. There's an actress named Caroline Pierce, all right? And her name is that for a reason, and that's all I'm going to say. So Caroline Pierce is known as the gossip female that tells stories about, what I heard scenarios. This is what I heard, or this is what they told me. You know how that stuff is. The twins' brother name is Steven, he's one of those arrogant guys that getting fed up with the fact that they're dressing alike. Elizabeth, though, wants to be more creative, with writing and being on the newspaper and the headlines and things like that. And Jessica, like I said, wants to be like the popular girl, or the one that gets the popular guys. She wants the glamorous lifestyle, while Elizabeth wants to just be, low-key and wants to avoid all that drama. There's also a female on there named Amy Sutton, and Amy Sutton is Elizabeth's best friend, and they get along pretty well with the newspaper and stuff like that. There's some things on there that may offend others. I'll say one scenario. Jessica wanted to join the club, the Unicorn Club, right? So since she wanted to join the Unicorn Club, she wanted Elizabeth to join the Unicorn Club too. In order to join the Unicorn Club, I might as well tell you some of the stuff that's in this book. You have to do something called a pledge task. A pledge task is basically something that you have to do in order to get inside a club. So it's kind of like joining a gang. If you want to join a gang, you got to do certain things or pass a certain test in order for you to join a gang. So that's what this Unicorn Club is like. The things that they gave to Jessica to do, she does it. She does not care. She does anything it takes. Now for Elizabeth, on the other hand, they told her to embarrass a female who's a little on the weight side, so she's overweight. And the things that they told her to do, she didn't want to do it because she was like, no, I'm not joining the club, or I'm not trying to join the club if I have to embarrass someone or I have to hurt their feelings. She's not doing it. She didn't even thought for 1 second to not do it. So Jessica, on the other hand, she's willing to do anything necessary, like I said, to join this club. So with that being said, Jessica did some things, and I'm not going to say what she did. To me, that was messed up. That was, you know, when I read books like this, I can't believe I've read this type of book and thought it was okay at that time period. And now that I read it again, it's like, that's not right. That's not right at all. So now when I read it, I have a lot of morals about certain things that I would or would not do. The things that they wanted Elizabeth to do is definitely one of those things I would not do. To make this all simple and plain, this was a really interesting read. You know, when I read books, just a little extra to say, when I read books, I try to look for expanded vocabs or big words to try to, you know, expand my vocabs up in my head, so that way I can speak more intellectually. Because when I see certain words like rummage, I'm eager to look it up and see what it means. What's another word that I saw in there? Perilous. Some people may not even know what perilous means. So I looked that word up so I can get a better understanding, and I spelled the word. So with that being said, it's not for me to necessarily sound smart, but it's just for me to gain some knowledge and be able to spread it to one another for those that may listen to what I'm saying. Like it said in the back, we zoom it in here. Don't miss book number 2 in this exciting new series called Teacher's Pet. I have that book as well, and I read it already a long time ago, but I'm going to refresh my memories on it. So be on the lookout for this book review that I'll have in the near future. Because like I told you, I really enjoy reading books, and I still do to this day. And honestly, I feel like today's generation don't read as much books like they used to. A lot of this new generation rather just watch videos or listen to what other people say about something informative instead of doing their own research. Even though I may say certain things, I always tell people to look it up for yourself to see it, instead of just taking my word for it, because I could be wrong. I can be wrong in some cases. Sweet Valley Twins, book number 1, Best Friends. This was the very first series of this Sweet Valley Twins. I think they got at least 50 of them. So I got a lot of catching up to do. There's other books that I have as well that I will present to you in the future. Now I know I have the new Jim Crow book, and I'm still reading that, trying to get a full understanding. So be on the lookout for that final review of things and how I'm going to present it. All right. So that's it. If you into young adult fictions, you know, middle school or high school stories, I think you will enjoy this book. All right. If you into, I actually like reading books from a female perspective. I like reading it from a male perspective too, but a female perspective helps me understand more about the mind of a female or a woman, if that makes sense. And I'll get more into that on another video. All right. So that's it. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out and much love, guys.